Hello, my name's Sandra Shaw and today I'm going to take you through some balance exercises, and the whole idea behind that is to improve your confidence, perhaps when you're out walking, if you're not too sure about your balance, if you've noticed a change. And then we're going to finish off with some stretches, and the idea really is just to improve your mobility. So perhaps if you're reaching into a cupboard, you don't feel as stiff. Now throughout the section there'll be a number of different options that you can take. So Anne will be working in a seated position, and if you're just starting out, then try the seated option, and Alex will be working supported. So if you've got a little bit more experience, you want to try the exercises with a little bit of support, then please feel free to follow Alex. And I'll be working unsupported, so if you've got a little bit of experience of exercising, then please feel free to join me. So we're just going to start a gentle warm-up before we move into the balance and the stretch movement. So lengthen the spine, opening out the chest. We're just getting the muscles through the lower part of the body nice and warm. So as you're working, relax the shoulders into the back, nice easy walk. And as you're working, toe to heel action to try not to bang the feet on the floor. That's it. Now from here, I like just to rest your feet and just take your feet hip width apart. So share the weight, lengthen the spine, and like a nice long lift up towards the ears and lower down. So take your time, go with care as you lower the shoulders down. That's good. Now we're just going to do one more. So as you're working, keep the knees nice and soft. Now from here, I'd like you just to push the shoulders forward, lifting as you're working through that full range. You just become aware of how that feels and just taking it round. That's good. Now we're just going to do one more. So nice long lift all the way up and lower down. That's great. So let's get going again. So walking it through. Now if you want, you can take the knees a little bit higher. Take the elbows back a little bit further, but do what feels right for you today. That's good. Now keep the tummy muscles pulled in. Now from here, we're just going to take the feet hip width apart. So nice and slow, you take the feet hip width apart, soften the knees, pull the tummy muscles in. Now looking straight towards the front, I'd like you to gently slide the fingertips down towards the knee and come back to the center. So we're just going to move over to the other side. So try to keep the hips nice and still. So we're just working on that mobility of the spine. So perhaps if you're reaching down for something and notice it's a little bit tighter, this is a good movement to do. So over we go and coming back to the center. That's great. Good. Let's go again. So walking through. So lengthen the spine. So take your time. I'm going a little bit too fast for you. Just take at your own speed, and once again don't forget to use the options that Anne and Alex are working with as well. That's lovely, good. And I'd like you just to take your feet hip width apart, so sharing the weight, lengthen the spine. I'd like you just to gently rest the hands here, okay? That's good. Now pull the tummy muscles in. I'd like you just to carefully turn the shoulders, and as you do so, the head goes with you, working that mobility through the upper spine and coming back to the center. Just for that little rest, let's go to the other side. So taking your time, going with care. That's great, lovely. So we're just loosening up through the upper back. Well done. Now we've just got one more to do. So take your time, taking it round, going with care. Excellent, and coming back to the center. Well done. Let's walk it through. So once again, if you can now, make these arm movements a little bit bigger. Okay, and now we're going to go down and we're going to start to lift the knees. So raise and lower. So don't worry about any coordination, looking straight towards the front. Now you can take this as low as you wish. It's just a warm up, so just take your time as you work. That's good. Lovely. We're just going to do two more. Let's walk it through. Now as we do that, I'd like you just to take your feet shoulder width apart, share the weight, soften the knees and slide the fingertips down and come back to the center. Let's go again. Pull the tummy muscles in. Over we go. Now we're just going to do one more on each side, just mobilizing the back. That's lovely. Now this is your last one, so don't rush. Over we go. And back we come. That's great. So as we walk it through this time, we're going to start to think about using the ankle. So really mobilize the ankle. So we're going to do heel and toe. So heel and toe. So don't worry about the arms. If you want to use them today, you can do. Otherwise, I want you to just focus on using the ankle joint, not too much work on the knee. That's lovely. Now we're going to change over. So here we go, heel and toe. That's great. So just focus on that movement. Take the options if you need to, if you need a little bit of support. Now we've just got a few more coming up. That's lovely, good. This is your last one, so walking it through. So we're now going to move into your balance exercises. So I'd like you just to take your feet hip width apart. Now choose whichever option you like to use. It might be chair-based today, it might be supported with Alex. So we're going to move into your knee bends. So with your feet hip width apart, pulling the tummy muscles in, you're going to pull back through the hips. We're going to keep that length in the spine, and the weight should be in your heels. Pushing up through your heels, coming up nice and slowly. That's great. Now this is a really great exercise if you're reaching into the cupboard, reaching through the dishwasher. You're using the muscles that are in your legs as opposed to leaning forward and using your back. And not only is it great for balance, but it's also working, strengthening those muscles around the knees. Now we've got a few more of these to do. If you feel that you want to change your level at any point, then please feel free to do so. That's good. So keeping the tummy muscles pulled in, drop the shoulders into the spine and keeping the chest lifted. So as you go down, you're putting back through the hips, the knees are not moving over your toes. That's great, lovely. This is your last one coming up. So dropping the shoulders into the spine. That's great, and bring yourself up nice and tall. Well done. So now we're going to move on to your heel raises. So I'd like you to start with your feet hip width apart, lengthen the spine. I'd like you to raise your heels so all the weight goes over the first and second toe and lowering down. So we get to strengthen those ankles and also those muscles at the back of the knee. Great, good. Now if you're working, you want to try a bit of a challenge, you maybe want to follow Alex. If you feel as though you want to take it down a little bit for this one, that's fine. Then just choose another option. So as you're working, as you're lifting the heels, it might be that moment you're reaching to the cupboard, you've got to get something a little bit further in the corner than you thought. So this is a movement that's really functional, it's really great to help you to keep that stability if you do have to reach up for anything. Or perhaps you're in the garden, you're reaching, you're looking at a flower basket. Lovely, and we're just going to do one more. So here we go. Raising, keeping your balance. That's lovely, excellent. So from here, we're going to move into the one leg stand. So you're going to start with the feet hip width apart on the chair, as your feet will be hip width apart. Tummy muscles pulled in. I'd like you just to take 1 foot back. And you're going to slide and curl and lift the heel. Now as I'm doing this, I'm pulling the muscles up in my supporting leg, pulling the tummy muscles in, keeping your balance, and share the weight. So it's quite a challenging balance exercise. You're going to feel a lot of work going on in that supporting leg. So if you've tried it, you're not very sure, not too keen at this high level, then please choose one of the options. Now we're just going to do 2 more, so take your time. Now if you can, maybe try to challenge your balance a little bit further, reaching forward and share the weight. That's great. Now we're just going to do 1 more. So slide, reaching, looking straight towards the front, pulling up in the supporting leg. That's lovely, and rest there. Good. So we're going to do a balance exercise that requires a little bit of movement. We're going to step forward and we're going to balance here, and we're going to bring your feet back hip width apart. We're then just going to step to the side and bring your feet back hip width apart. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a step to the back and bring your feet back hip width apart. So the feeling behind this movement, perhaps you're on the bus, you have to suddenly take a step forward to keep your balance, or you have to step out of the way of somebody walking very quickly past you, or maybe a cyclist is coming past you, and stepping back. So it allows you to just develop that stability, that core strength to keep your balance. So we're going to try that together again. So stepping forward, lift your back heel up. Now you can bring the arms in if you wish, and we're going to step to the side, so keeping the chest up. So going nice and slowly so you can feel confident and safe with the movements that you're doing. And also, if you do feel as though it's a little bit too much, try one of the other options. So take your time, feel your way through the movement, stepping, keeping the chest up. That's lovely. and bring it back. Now we're just going to do one more together, keeping the chest up. Well done, team. Lovely. And bring your feet back. Good. So we're going to move into these stretches. Now the idea here is that you want to keep all of that mobility that we've been working on. So we're going to take a stretch where I'd like you just to start the feet width apart, joining the hands at the front. You can lock the fingers if you want to, or if you feel a little bit more comfortable, you can just rest the hands here. Now lengthen the spine, pull the tummy muscle in, soften the knees. We're just going to gently reach forward, feeling those muscles through the top of the spine, just opening out, and just relaxing the shoulders into the back. That's great, good. Now we're going to release the hands, we're going to take them behind us. So it might be that you want to have your hands and you're going to gently hold the fingertips or place the hands here. Either way, I'd like you to look straight towards the front and gently squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now this is a good stretch if you have any problems with your breathing, if you have any problems with your posture, if you notice your shoulders are starting to slowly creep forward. It's a great stretch to do. That's lovely, good. Let's roll the shoulders off. Now from here, we're going to reach up, keeping the arm close to the ear. So if you feel that this movement is a little bit big on the shoulders, you can keep the arm down to the side and take the stretch to the side. So it's a nice long stretch here, keeping the mobility in the spine and coming back to the center. So let's change over. So you're reaching, keeping the arm close to the ear and just taking your time as you work. So if you are reaching for anything that's high up, you have that full range. That's great, lovely. Now from here, I'd like you just to rest the fingertips on the shoulders. So we're still looking straight towards the front. We're just going to walk the fingertips down the back. So you'll know where it feels right for you if you take it nice and slowly. I'd like you to support the elbows. You're working not only on this little muscle here through the back of the arm, but you're also working on that mobility of the shoulders. So you have to reach towards the back to maybe do anything. You've got that full range there. That's great. Let's change over. Let's work through the other side. So walking the fingertips down, supporting the elbow and holding that stretch there. That's great, good, lovely. And let's release the arm. Good work. So we're going to move onto the lower part of the body. So you're going to move into your calf stretch. So I'd like you just to step forward, keeping the chest up, pushing your back heel into the floor. So on the chair, you lengthen the leg, keeping your back up nice and tall, and you point the toe up towards the ceiling, just like and fantastic. So I'm just going to show you from the side. So my knees soften, but it's not going over my big toe. It's a great stretch of the muscle at the back of the knees if they're a little bit tight. Now from here, we're going to move into our hamstring stretch, and now I'm just going to lean forward from the hips. So relaxing, we're going to place the hands on your thighs, keeping the chest up. It's a great stretch for the muscle at the back of the legs to help with your balance, to keep those strides nice and long. That's good. Now carefully bring yourself up. We're going to change over and we're going to repeat it all again on the other leg, okay? So stepping forward, and on the chair we're going to point the toe up towards the ceiling. That's lovely, good. Now keeping the chest up, we're moving into our calf stretch. And we're going to take that movement now into your hamstring. So keeping the chest lifted and just going where it feels right for you. Don't overstretch, shouldn't feel painful. Just take your time. That's lovely, good. I'd like you just to slowly bring yourself up and just bring your feet back hip width apart. So we're going to finish off with a little stretch for the neck. And what I'd like you to do just before we do that is just gently ease the shoulders off. So you're going to take two fingers and you're looking straight towards the front. Now from here, you're going to slowly push the chin towards the back and release. Now we're just going to do two more like that. So you're looking straight toward the front. That's lovely. This is your last one. Good, well done. So thank you very much. And if you felt that you couldn't do all of the exercises, maybe come back to the video again in your own time. Just gradually work your way through the programme. There's no rush, take your time. We do have a number of other Make Your Move videos, so please feel free to give those a try. Thank you very much.